Hello, friends. I feel compelled to share with you again today. So, we're going to jump in and do a little bit of tarot. I actually feel demystifying tarot is really important. My personal background being very conservative religious, I would have probably taken some severe action if I had known 20 years ago that this is what I would be doing. But I had someone ask me once, but is it true? But is it loving? Is it kind? And if the answers to these things are yes, then there you go. So I believe in things from a different perspective now, to where there's so much that we just don't know. And we're in a place, I think humankind has moved into a place of deep exploration. I think all the crazy stuff that's happened since 2020 has given us space to explore this. And so here we are, and you've probably found me because you've opened up to, I think, ideas and ways of thinking that you wouldn't have expected to be willing to delve into before. So since you're here, let's go on into this tarot stuff and see what comes up for you. Again, if you're familiar with tarot at all, you may see the cards and think that they're supposed to mean one thing, but I do read intuitively. I see messages in the cards, and I just say what I see. So if you're watching, then there's probably a message in here for you. We're going to pull 3 cards, and we'll see what they have to say. Okay, so our first card is the King of Swords, but this was in reverse, so let's have a look. We are being very, very self-critical. We have been critical of ourselves our whole lives, but let me help you get this straight. The idea didn't originate from you. We have here in childhood that someone was told that they can't have the world. You can see the world like through TV, you can experience, maybe you'll be able to travel a little bit here and there, but let's just be realistic here. You can't have the world. So why don't you take your toys and go play and just enjoy being a kid, be thankful for being a kid, because when you grow up, you're going to have all these responsibilities and you're not going to get to be a kid. That voice is still very present in your head, so much so that, I mean, this is a two-edged sword here. So you're protecting yourselves and you're attacking things or people that come into your way that keep you from dreaming, and that's not how we're supposed to live. That's not how we're supposed to live. We have dreams and thoughts and ideals for ourselves because that's something that we're capable of achieving. It's something we're capable of having in our lifetime. And when we resist it, we cheat ourselves out of living our life's purpose. So if you dream of being a basketball player and you just know that your body's not cut out to be a basketball player, play basketball anyway. Go play basketball. It doesn't matter if you're the best. It doesn't matter if you're even in competition to put you anywhere close to the best. It doesn't matter. If this is what your heart feels like doing, just go do it. Don't wait for someone to give you permission. Don't wait for someone to tell you that you can make it or that you're good enough. You just tell yourself, I want to do this. This is something that I want to do, and it doesn't matter how big or how grand it may seem to anyone else. This is something that I love, something that I want to do. You do have the ability to create for yourself, to manifest. I know manifestation is such a trendy word these days, but the reality of manifestation is just the idea that our thoughts create things for us. And that's the truth. And we all know this is the truth, and science is understanding that this is the truth. But if you're thinking, I can't have, or I'm not good enough, or why even bother trying if I can't be the best, then that's what you're creating for yourself, that you don't have, and that you're not good enough, and that you're not going to try because you can't be the best. But what if you changed that way of thinking and thought, I really like this, I'm going to do it anyway. I like this. It doesn't matter where I land on the scale of worst to best. I enjoy this. This brings me joy. You'll find that when you start to follow your joy, even in the smallest areas, that it just opens up the whole world to you. And this path of joy leads you into your life purpose. And our life purpose is meant to not just bring us fulfillment in our own path, but it spreads this energy, this beautiful light force to the people around us. So when we see people living their purpose, we can either feel inspired or we can feel jealous, but we feel something because we know that it's within us to do this for ourselves. So live your purpose. Do the things that bring you joy, that make you excited, and don't worry about what anybody else says. Do it anyway. And if your wife is like, I don't understand why you're doing this, you can say, because it makes me happy. What makes you happy? Go do that thing. I want to be happy, you want to be happy, so let's go be two happy people, so that when we can come together, we're not trying to make each other happy all the time, and I'm not expecting you to make me happy, and you're not expecting me to make you happy, but we're happy, and then we can just come together and share our happiness. So isn't that an idea? So here with the Three of Wands, what we're wanting to look at is a person out there who is feeling the strain of over nurturing, and I feel like I've just hit a chord with many, many people. But here's the thing: we can nurture from our fullness, or we can nurture from our emptiness. And we know what it feels like. We know what it feels like to be around people who are giving us the last bit of what they have, if they even have anything else to give. And we know what it feels like to be around people who are so full that it just feels like their light and their joy is just spilling out on us, and we don't feel like we're taking from them. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the person who gives from your emptiness, who gives from the bottom of the barrel, who scoops out that mud and sediment and says, I know what you want, but I don't have it for you, this is all I got? Is that what you want? Because this over selfless behavior, this over nurturing, this lack of boundaries is depleting you. By you thinking that you can help everyone and make everyone happy, you have nothing left for yourself. So for this person, I know that this sounds pretty taboo, but it's time to be selfish. It's time. Whether you're a mom who's completely exhausted, a mom or a wife, or a husband, or if you are in a job that's just sucking the life out of you, it's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you to step back. I mean, even if it has to be like a harsh reality for other people, because let me explain something. I say this to my clients often. When you make boundaries, the people who get upset with you are the ones who are taking advantage of the fact that you don't have boundaries. So they can just deal with it. You need rest, you need nurturing, maybe you need a facial, maybe you need a night out with the guys, maybe you need a movie day, maybe you need a personal vacation, maybe you need to go on a girls trip, or maybe you need to go on a solo trip, maybe you just need to get out there by yourself and refresh and reboot. Ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need? What do I want? What will make me feel better? What will make me feel healthy? What will make me feel happy? What will make me feel rested? And do those things. And if you have family obligations or work obligations, let them know, I'm not doing well because I haven't been taking care of myself, and I'm instead using all of my resources to take care of everyone else. So if you want me to be a better mom, if you want me to be a better husband, if you want me to be a better employee, or if you want me to be a better boss, I need you to understand and give me the space to go do what I need to do to take better care of myself. If that means there's a daily meditation time for you, take it and let everybody else just stuff it. So I hope that's a clear message for you, because when you do this for yourself, you are full, you're filled, you're excited, you feel well, you feel healthy, you feel balanced, and guess what happens? You're not scooping out of the bottom anymore. You're so full it just spills out on everyone around you. I know this from personal experience, trust me. It was a harsh awakening when I told my family I'm not cooking dinner anymore. I have 2 teenagers and a husband, and you guys can figure it out. This is not the husband I have now. But I told them I'm not doing this anymore. You're all capable of doing this. If you don't know how to do it, watch YouTube videos and figure it out. I'm not cooking anymore. And I left the house, and it was probably a couple weeks of me eating out before I would eat anything that they cooked. But they were cooking. And once I could see that they meant business, they knew that I meant business, then they stepped up to the plate, and then we went on a rotation. It's like, all right, everybody knows how to cook now. I'll take one night a week, you all take one night a week, and then we'll have a leftover night and we'll have an eating out night. So it worked out. Everybody was fine. Nobody died. Panic? They might have panicked, but nobody died. And I learned that was probably one of my first steps into the freedom to just find who I am again. So if you're feeling lost in the over nurturing, step back from the nurturing. Step back and let them figure it out for themselves, because you're robbing them of the opportunity for independence when you're trying to do everything for them. You are depriving them of growth when you're the one who's doing everything. So keep that in mind. This isn't just about you being selfish. It's about the fact that they need to learn to do these things on their own, and they're not going to learn it if you're always doing it. Hope that was clear for you. All right, you ready? I have the Lover's card. All right, let's see what they want to say here, because this could go all kinds of ways. They're saying, whoever it is, you feel an incredible attraction to someone who is completely not your type. Completely not your type. And you're like, no, hold on a second. I have a list of criteria. I have a list of priorities. I have a list of expectations, and this person does not meet them at all. Well, let me tell you something. When we write out a list of the things that we think we want in a partner, you know what we often do? We write a list of all of our favorite qualities that we have in ourselves, and we put either a penis or a vagina on it, and we're like, that's the one I want. There's nothing for you to learn or gain if you're in a partnership with just yourself. Does that make sense? If you are only ever doing the things that you like to do with someone, if you are only ever listening to the music that you like to listen to, if you are only wearing the kind of clothes that they like to wear, if you are only spending time with the people who they like to spend time with, you're in a relationship with just yourself. And there's no growth there. There's no learning. There's no excitement. There's nothing new to discover. If you are finding yourself like insanely attracted to someone who's very different, very opposite from you, go with it, okay? If they have the same kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? The thing that you want most in common with a partner is a moral and ideal compass. So the understanding of if you believe in treating people with kindness and love and respect, then that's the kind of partnership that you want to be focused on. Is this kind? Is this loving? Is this respectful? Don't look at the package. Don't look at the amenities that come with it, the personality traits or these things. It's the understanding of my soul is attracted to this person for one reason or another. But it looks to me like you have things to offer them and they have things to offer you in the terms of exploration and growth and creativity and trying new things. So if you're feeling yourself drawn into this relationship and it just isn't making any sense to you, go with it, because you might find a really beautiful dance lying ahead for you. You might find something that you weren't expecting at all. I know I did. But having that common bond of love and understanding of what love is, that's where you can come together in that space. So I just want to offer you that insight and that information so that you don't hold yourself back from something that can be really, really amazing for you because it doesn't match a list of criteria that you think is good for you. So let's take that list and throw it out the window. Well, actually, throw it out the window, like compost it, recycle it. But let's let it go. Let's let go of the ideas, the expectations, and let's just go with the flow and see, understand, and explore why the universe has brought this person into your life and what it is that you have to gain and what it is that they have to gain from you. So I hope this message blesses you all today and that you have a beautiful, wonderful day.